Alright, hi guys. So today I'm going to be showing you guys how to download one of the notebooks from the tutorials and upload it within your JupyterLab. So to start, I'm on the tutorial site on GitHub. And I know today, or this week, we're going to be working with tutorial 10, which is when we start the machine learning models. So I'm going to click on tutorial 10 to open it. And then once here, I'm going to click on open in Colab. And then once it's open in Colab, all I'm going to do is select file, and then go to download, and then download the .ipynb, which is our Jupyter notebook. So here it is. I already have an interactive session up and going, so I'm just going to go back to my on-demand Brown site that I have, and then I'm going to go over here on the left-hand corner up to where there's a little up arrow where it says upload files. I'm going to select this. So here's my ipynb file, so I'm going to open that. It's going to upload it. So it's right here, tutorial 10. Another thing that I did, since we were going from Colab to Jupyter, for it to run, we're going to need the data set. So I scrolled down a little bit. So here it says data curation. So we're importing IO, and we're setting our URL to be this URL. What you can do, since in Colab you're just pulling the CSV file from the internet, is you can go ahead, I guess you could even just control click, and it's going to open it in a new file. So this is what our CSV file looks like. We just want to go ahead and right click and then select save as. It's going to have this Delaney process thing, which is the name of it, and I'll just go ahead and save it to everything that I have. And then I'll go back to my JupyterLab, and I can also upload this file. So let's see, let me make a new folder for tutorials, just so everything's a little bit organized. So in tutorials, I'll go ahead and I'll upload my data file. So open that, upload it. Okay, so now that we've switched over to JupyterLab, first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to change my kernel. So I'm going to select the LL&L kernel. Go ahead and select that. So a lot of this stuff we don't actually need. So let's see, you can keep the date if you want to keep the date. I'm going to go ahead and get rid of it. It's just less stuff to look at. This is where you're installing all of the AMPL libraries. We already have all of those installed on the LL&L kernel, so you can go ahead and get rid of that one as well. Here it's importing DeepChem. We can just, pretty sure, just go ahead and like copy and paste this and put it down here. And here you're installing the AMPL GPU test. We don't need this because I don't think JupyterLab runs on GPUs. This is just for Colab specifically. So you can go ahead and snip this this cell as well. And so here, this is where things kind of get important. So I'm importing our libraries. So here's our specific Atom libraries and DeepChem. Okay, so then the data curation. So we want to set the directory we want to save the files to. So my working directory is going to be /home/r/wilfong. And then I'm also going to do this tutorials one. So if you don't know what your working directory is, you can do several things. You can type like, let's see, pwd, and then run that. So this is telling me what directory I'm in. So pwd is just print working directory. Or you can also see where this little like file folder is here. If you hover over it, let's say you're just working like in your directory, not in a specific folder. If you just hover over it, it's going to tell you the name of your directory. Usually it's /home and then / whatever your Purdue username is. But so I set my working directory to be home /r/wilfong /tutorials. So here, this isn't super important just because this is what how we would upload our CSV file if we're working on Colab. So we don't need this at the moment, so I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to snip it. Here's where it's important. We're reading in our data frame using pandas. We're going to change some of it though. So let's change this part. I'll show you what that is. So this is just using what was in the previous cell, but we don't need that just because we have our CSV file on hand. So what we'll do is we'll do / home, our Wilfong, whatever your username is, and mine is the tutorials, and then / delay me processed CSV. Okay, let's go ahead and let's import these libraries and see if this is working. Okay, well that's taking a minute to load, so I'm just going to go ahead and look through the rest of the data set. Actually, wait, it looks like it's almost done. Okay, that's taking a really long time. Not entirely sure if we had to import DeepChem for the other ones. Let me look real fast. Import DeepChem. We did not import DeepChem. That might be because it's already on there. Let me try that. Oh, wait, it worked. Okay. It might be a little faster if you don't try to import DeepChem, but we also really might need that library for this one, so we'll stay updated on that. But it did take a minute to read in. So now we can go down here and we can create my working directory. Oh, I forgot the quotation. Oh, I forgot the comma. Okay. And so now that we have our loaded data set, we can go ahead and we can print off the columns. I think the rest of it should be okay to run. I'll just go through all of these cells. So here we're putting the head of our column or of our data frame. Let's see. Yep, that worked. Oh wow, okay. Did that not work or did that work? Let's figure that out. Give me a second. Ticket warning. Okay, I think it worked. I think it worked, but it's just got all these scary warnings that look like a textbook. Let's see. Let's keep working through our data set. See if there's any other functions we need to change just to fit it to be workable on Jupyter rather than on Colab. Okay, so far so good. Right, defining our featureizer. Importing. Okay, so here we're actually training the model. That did not take very long at all. Okay, so this is good. So the only things that you needed to change moving from Colab to Jupyter is that you do not need to install any of the ample libraries just because we already have all of those installed on our kernel. If you try to do the pip install, it's going to give you some error, especially with DeepChem. So you can go ahead and you can get rid of this cell, get rid of this cell, and then you'll just change your data creation where you're reading in your data frame, and you will read it in similar to this. So I will provide, I'll post what the CSV files are on the Slack channel so you guys have easy access to that. But basically what I did is I downloaded the CSV file and then uploaded it. If you wanted to upload any other notebooks, you would just go to upload and then choose something. And then same with your CSV file. But other than that, it's just a few very small, very easy changes. And that would be how you would read in a Jupyter notebook from the tutorials that was on Colab to your JupyterLab on Brown. And now you can easily manipulate these to fit whatever data sets that we're going to work with. Let me know if you have any questions, and best of luck. Thank you, guys.